played a part, man. Jesus, that wasn't very helpful.
I wouldn't have wanted to try to throw the ball on this today.
Shut down everything. Sometimes we're going this way.
All right, we're back. So the game is over. We are now joined live in the studio here with Coach Greg Clyden from the 1814s and Arne Søgaard. I know that's one of your last names. You got a long name, man. Well, the game didn't go the way you guys were hoping to go. Ended up 14-7 in favor of Vikings. Hard-fought game. What are your feelings about it?
It was definitely the type of game that we expected. You know, hard, physical. It's a big rivalry that we have with the Vikings. So every time we know we meet them, it's just going to be constant clashes throughout the whole 4 quarters, and you know, it didn't disappoint.
Yeah.
So you know, they got us in the end there. We were able to miss some opportunities throughout the game, and then at the end there, just so that time runs out.
That's true. I think you guys really made some adjustments at halftime because second half, it almost looked like a totally different team. You guys really got the ball moving a lot better, I thought, than the first half.
Yeah, we definitely did. We didn't really make any adjustments.
No.
We just kind of talked with each other, and we just figure out, okay, we got to just stay on our blocks just that much longer, and we got to just keep moving our feet and keep doing what we do. And right before halftime, we did start moving in the right direction, and kind of built on that energy going into halftime. And then, okay, when we come back, then let's just keep going forward, and it did. And then we were able to get one there in the fourth, and that's all. We only got one though.
Yeah. Arne, what did you think? I mean, you're out there on the field playing. What are your thoughts about the game?
I felt like we had 2 step forwards and then 1 back with a penalty or miscommunication. And but when we managed to move the ball without any penalties and we worked together, we could move the ball on. So just unfortunate that we.
Yeah. Now you were named MVP for your team. How's that feel?
That felt good.
Is it a nice consolation prize at least?
Yeah, it is.
That's very good. Coach, what do you think about defense? I think you guys did a much better job of stopping the Vikings in the second half.
Yeah.
Forced into a couple 4-and-outs.
Yep.
What was the key to that?
Just to keep trying to control the line of scrimmage. The wind played a big part of the game, so even when you were going with the wind, it kind of affected the pass in the sense of where it ended up going a little bit too far or a little bit too hard. But I just think we did a better job stopping the run in the second half, and we eliminated the big plays. That's basically what it was. Just our main focus the whole game was just to stop any type of big plays, and they didn't get any big passes. So a couple of decent runs, but we did eliminate that, and that's when we knew we'd be able to keep ourselves in the game.
That's true. You guys really did contain Eric Ford quite a bit today.
Yeah.
He really wasn't much of a threat, and I was assuming that was going to be a big part of Vikings' game plan.
I think it was. And Riley Bowen, our defensive coordinator, he put in a really great plan to focus specifically on Eric and eliminate his big plays.
Now he stepped up at strong safety, right?
Yeah. He ended up playing safety today. Try to protect his collarbone a little bit.
Okay.
So that's why he didn't really run the ball into the second half. And then at that time, he was just kind of like, all right, let's throw me in there. Just only run me to the one side because I can't go in with my right shoulder. So let's just keep going that way so I can at least try to use my left. But he's a hard football player who has a lot of passion, and he played great on defense. He was the one covering Eric the whole time, and he did what he did on offense. So.
Now this was your first season as head coach for the team, correct?
Yeah, correct.
How do you feel like it went? Obviously, you guys came here to the championship, but overall, the season has went pretty well.
The season went excellent. It's like I told the guys right after the game that this was it was the biggest honor I've ever had because they were the one who asked me to be head coach because usually I'm the one trying to find the head coach.
Yeah.
And before the season, when I talked to them about who do they want, what kind of direction we wanted to go to, everybody voted to have me as the head coach. That meant so much to me, and to be able to lead us throughout the whole season. To get here, it's a fantastic group of guys who just work their butts off, and I couldn't be prouder of them.
Oh, that's great. But what's the plan going forward now into the summer? Take a little vacation.
Let this guy take a little. Let this guy take a little rest. Arna's always been our receiver, so we use him a lot this season as running back. So I'm thinking Arna's going to need a little break because he took a little more tackles this year than he did any other season.
Do you have a vacation planned? Are you going to go anywhere?
No, not any big
No,
plans.
just
No.
sticking around here.
Yeah.
Now we got our U19, U15 season coming up in the fall, so we got basically I got 3 weeks without any football, and then it's back to practice and back to the next group of kids who are looking to get better and have fun and continue to play this game.
Now, when will this group of guys come back together to practice?
We'll be getting back together sometime in September.
Okay.
Yeah, that's usually the time we get started. Nice little slow approach then, and then just start the wheels going.
Yeah, good.
But out of 3 games, it's just each game is just 1 touchdown.
Yeah.
that's
Splitting.
true. Yeah.
You won by a touchdown the first game. You lost by a touchdown the other game,
Yeah.
and the
This
championship.
one's one. You know what I mean? That just shows you how much you have to take advantage of each opportunity you give. It's I told the guys if we have any turnovers and things like that, that's what's really going to be the big factor in the game. And we had it. We had 2 fumbles. And there's the game. The last one, I don't count the last interception.
No.
But 2 fumbles during the game. They didn't have any, I don't believe, if I remember correctly. And that's a big part of it. We did have we had some penalties earlier on too with the delay of games and just some miscommunication there. So it's those small little things that that we can control that we just didn't fully get today.
Yeah. Well, thanks a lot for
Thank you.
for coming in.
Yeah.
You guys can have some safe travels on the way home and reload for next season. I'm
Yeah.
sure we'll probably see you back here if everything goes well.
We hope so. Yeah, thanks so
Thanks for
much.
coming.
Thanks.
Yep. All right, you guys. Thank you.
See ya.
Bye.
Okay, well, now you've just heard from 1814s, and hopefully soon we'll have
Some
Coach-
from the Vikings
yeah,
over.
Jesse Aldifer from Vikings, and I believe the MVP, Dustin Hawk Willingham, the quarterback, is also going to join us. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
I think they're on the way now. Any minute. But what did you think about the game?
Much more exciting in the second half. I
Yeah,
mean, it
but-
really was a totally different game. Like we said in our halftime interview, that if you're a fan of defensive football, the first half was great. The offense started to click a little bit better.
Hey,
There
you.
we are,
Where am I
MVP.
sitting? Where am I sitting?
Wherever you'd like to.
Okay.
So we're joined here by quarterback Dustin Hawk Willingham, MVP of the
Here
Vikings.
comes the coach. Still coach.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Congrats, coach.
And
Thank you, appreciate it.
Coach Jesse Aldifer. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
How does it feel?
It doesn't feel real for me right now, so I'm not really sure. It's going to feel good later, I think.
I don't know how to feel right. I don't
Yeah.
know what's going on.
Well, you guys seem pretty calm for winning.
Yeah, it was pretty wild over there for
Yeah?
a second, so yeah.
Yeah. We worked so hard for this. It just feels like we've accomplished something, but it doesn't feel real yet because I think we didn't expect to be here. We're just trying to, I don't know.
Just the process that it took to get here, it's just been such a road. I mean, we
Yeah.
like ups and downs throughout the season. We went 0-2 and we won our last 6, I guess. I mean,
What'd you guys have to do to turn that around, going from 0-2 to?
I mean, it was just sort of we got a new quarterback, and there's always a little learning curve when it comes to we put in sort of new things offensively.
Yeah.
Defensively, we kept things exactly the same for the most part, and but till we got clicking offensively, I don't know what it took. What do you?
I mean, I approached the offense yesterday when we had two different meetings, and personally, I thought that like when we played in Lura that day, we got beat 41-21. One of the players there said some things to me that I played college ball with at the University of Tulsa, and then I talked to him, and it was a rough ride home. He encouraged me not to drink any beer, just to stay sober and to really reflect on that. And that trip home was the longest trip home I think I've ever had on a bus. And I felt like I needed to reflect in order to lead our offense properly. I needed to kind of let go of my control issues with the offense and kind of hand it over to Derek, who's become the offensive coordinator, and trust and believe that we're working together. And I think that we just started to work together in a really intimate way and trust each other. And started believing in our players, because I think our players are better than any other players. I mean, I don't mean to be rude to anybody else. I just think that we're better than everybody else. And I think that when we work together, we can beat anybody. And we just started to apply that to the games that we played, and being efficient and running offense and attacking the defenses. And offensively, I thought that all we needed to do is do our jobs, and our defense is amazing. So if we did our jobs and we held the ball enough, that we could win games. And I think it personally took some reflection on my part, and then I had to change my attitude a little bit, I think, after that Lura game. And that's me personally. And
We came together. They rallied around us, and you know, we just made it happen. Just things started clicking. We just clicked.
and
It
he's
was
so
pretty apparent today. I mean, you had to grind it out there on offense a little bit. I was really pleased to see how well the running game actually could take off at some parts. I mean, I came into this game expecting you to throw the ball a little bit more, but of course the wind out here. Did that affect the gameplay at all?
I thought that it affected me a bit. I wasn't able to really throw. I mean, I threw a couple passes that were off target in the second quarter. The first quarter, I thought I came out pretty sharp, but I didn't trust. I honestly didn't trust with the wind. I was feeling very uncomfortable. But when we were starting to run the ball, I mean, there's nothing more potent than being able to run the ball
Right.
against a team that has a pretty solid defense. So. Yeah, I thought that our passing game would be more prevalent in this game, but we showed up.
But now in the beginning of the game, you guys had that big pass.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, here we go. Now we're going to see some fireworks start happening. How did that feel as a quarterback? Your first drive, you get that first big completion.
It felt relieving.
I bet.
I threw my hands up, and like I do that. I have a tendency to do that.
He throws up about 10 seconds too early all the time. All our film, his hands are up.
But I saw,
Confidence, we call it.
I thought our receiver was gone, and then the grass. I don't know. I think the grass slowed him down a little bit. So and then we come out and we don't score on that first drive, which was kind of a letdown, and then we bounced back in a huge way. I think. So I thought we were going to throw it more, and I just wanted to win. I think there were times that we could have thrown the ball, but we didn't. And everything. Hindsight's.
But you scored both touchdowns, right?
Yeah.
How's that feel?
Oh,
What does it feel like scoring that first one in the championship game?
It felt good.
Yeah, can't complain.
I felt positive about it.
That's good, man. I just try to put myself in that situation too. I play quarterback, and
Yeah.
big game, biggest stage of the league here. Score a touchdown like that must really boost up the confidence in the rest of the guys. If they're going to rally around you as the leader,
Yeah.
bring the whole team's morale up.
I think the running backs they get a little mad at me when I run those balls in.
Yeah, I know all about that too. Let's talk some defense though. Who's coordinating the defense? Are you?
Yeah, I'm the defense player. Yeah.
Yeah, your defense played, I thought, a tremendous job today. I mean, you guys were able to get out to the perimeter and stop the runs from Sögaard, Arne Sögaard.
It was
It's
tough.
quick.
It is quick, and they have so many blockers out there at the point of attack.
Yeah.
Every single play. So we try to put our best guys in the best position to prevent that, and that's all we really did. We kept it super basic the whole game, and most of the time we did our job.
Yeah.
And did it well.
I thought the linebacker crew and the D line really did a tremendous job.
Yeah. Those linebackers, I can't give those linebackers enough credit, man. They take a beating. They give a beating, but they also take a beating, and they play their butts off today.
Anything you saw out there today?
It's been 3 games with only 1 touchdown. Winning and losing. We lose the first one, second one, it was only 1 touchdown. Like, what's up with that? Why is it more numbers on?
I'm not sure. I think the matchup between us and Eidsvoll, it's a tough matchup. I mean,
Yeah.
they match up very well to our offense, and our offense matches up very well to their defense, I think.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure how to explain it, but
If you look at the games that we've played, I bet you that this game had around 55, 50 snaps each team. We coming into the game plan, we talked about it yesterday. If we found ourselves punting, more than 3 times or more in the first half, we thought that we would be in trouble.
Okay.
Because they hold the ball so much. Their offenses, I mean, they grind the clock.
Yeah.
And so you're expected I expect 4 drives a half when we're playing them. Normal games, usually offenses have 12 drives.
Yeah.
In college football, when the game's a little faster. And so when we coming into this game, we really wanted to make sure that we kept the ball, which was scary in the second half. Like in the fourth quarter when we had those 2 3 and outs, our defense stepped up in the biggest way. I mean, that drive after we scored and got the 2-point conversion to go 14-0, when they came down and they scored and made it 7-14, I mean, they got all the momentum. And then when we went 3 and out and they got the ball back. And I remember one of our players was like, we were on the second 3 and out. He was, his 4th and short. He's like, let's go for it inside our 30. And that was a big. And
Yeah, it was Eric. He was calling for it, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
But-
no,
no, and
I don't let that sway me.
yeah, that was. Our defense is. They are the rock. They're the rock of this team, and they stepped up so big in that fourth quarter because they were tired, they were dead, they were beat, and they played. They played really well, and that was scary. It's scary when you go 3 and out on offense and you're trying to grind the clock yourselves to because we know they're going to grind the clock. Their passing game is not efficient in the way that ours is, and we knew that they're going to grind the clock down, and that works against them at the end of the game. But when we can't get first downs, it was scary. So. And third down, it's 3rd and short. Do you run it or do you throw it? And if you have an incomplete pass, the clock's, the clock's gonna stop, and now you're in a situation where you're gonna give them the ball with more time on the clock.
Right.
So, I don't know, man. I can't.
Eidsvoll had some success in the second half with the shorter out routes.
Yeah, they did.
That actually surprised me too. I mean, is that just because their running game starts to open up those short routes? Or?
Yeah, I mean, we had a little bit of a lack of communication in that area for a few plays, and it's a hard spot. They kind of, a couple teams have found that little weakness in our defense, but we were just able to get a little more athletic on those plays and prevent them from being even bigger. But on third downs, that killed us a few times. We made a couple little adjustments. But
So what are you guys going to do now? Going into the summer, taking a break, taking vacation?
absolutely.
Are you? Yeah, good.
Gonna try to leave Oslo.
I go home in like 10 days or so.
Okay. Now, where's home for you?
I'm from Boulder, Colorado.
Yeah, okay. I actually lived in Denver just before I moved here.
Oh, really?
Nice area.
Yeah. Did you like it?
I loved it.
Yeah, it's a nice place.
Absolutely.
Good people. He
When
loves
did-
Boulder. He's like
been
a
to
Boulder
Boulder too?
person. Yeah.
I've been to Boulder. My brother lived in Boulder for 5 years, so
Okay.
I'm not quite a Boulderite. But
So
Boulder's its own special place.
It certainly is.
Yeah.
when are you starting practices again? We talked to Eidsvoll. They said they will be starting in September.
yeah,
Getting
well,
ready.
I mean, end of August, not the top then. Maybe end of August. Somewhere around that time. We'll
Yeah.
be back on the field. These guys want to be back on the field as soon as possible. So the
Yeah.
longer the break, they're going to be chomping at the bit. So
You guys have U19 coming up as well in the fall?
yeah.
Are you going to be in charge of that too, or?
No, I won't be. Actually, one of our assistant coaches, Nikolai
Yeah, okay.
Knudsen, he'll be head coaching that.
Right.
And it'll be great to get those guys out and get them rolling this year.
He's a really great. I mean, he helped me with the U17s, and he was only able to help towards the end of the season. That dude can coach football. He's a really valuable asset for Vikings. It's exciting to see what the U19 team does. We've got some really athletic young guys.
But you got a lot of players on the senior team who also play for the U19 team. Like Eidsvoll is a really young team, so they got a lot of players who still plays on like U19, some on U17 as well.
I'm not exactly sure how many we have, but we do have a handful. I know 5, 6, 7 guys
Yeah.
around that. But we have a lot of our D2 guys who are stepped up there. And yeah, I'm trying to think. A handful of people.
Yeah, because a goal, that's good to take down to U19 division and play for a year. Well, you got the goal around your neck, so
Yeah, it's a motivation.
Yeah.
It's definitely it's motivation for the whole organization. I think this will help us, in the long from our program, from our youth program to our seniors. I mean, I think we had some struggles with our youth program this year, and we're really going to put a lot of focus on that coming up now. That's always been our focus, but
Well, again, congratulations, guys. I'll let you go celebrate with the team and enjoy that long bus trip back to Oslo. Yeah, congratulations
fun.
again. Thanks for coming in.
thanks.
congrats.
Thank you.
Congrats.
Snackes.
Snackes.
See you, man. All right, well, that concludes the day. We're going to be signing off. Again, I'm Travis Cornwell, and
Lena Gran.
there you go. See you guys next time.